Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. This video is a what to expect when you're expecting your PSLF. I wanted to discuss what I've been experiencing when going through the PSLF application process. To begin with, I qualified for the PSLF, or the Public Student Loan Forgiveness, back in November of 2022. This meant that I had 120 payments already made and I could apply for the forgiveness under the PSLF. I went ahead and I filled out the paperwork needed to apply for the PSLF. This was done back in November of 2022. I was told it was going to take 90 days for them, up to 90 days, for them to give me a response. I waited my 90 days. This meant it was February of 2023. And I ended up calling because my loan had not been updated. The qualifying payments had not been updated. So when I called, I was informed that it wasn't 90 days, it was 90 business days, which means any holidays in between don't count. So if you are in this process right now, waiting your 90 days, just know that it's not 90 days, it's 90 business days. So fast forward, beginning of March, I checked my account and finally my payments had been updated to reflect the 120 payments. So if you're doing the math, it took close to 120 regular days for them to finally update my account. I went ahead and I called them the following day to ask when my loan was going to be discharged. And then they hit me with another bombshell. They told me they were going to send my information out to the government so that they can go ahead and discharge it. And that process is going to take up to another 90 days. And they did specify 90 business days. So if we're doing the math, it took about 110 days the first time. It's going to take another close to 100 to 110 days the second time. So for those of you who are qualifying or applying for student loan forgiveness, from the day that you qualify or you upload your public student loan forgiveness form, you're probably looking at upwards of 200 to 220 days waiting for a response. So it's going to be a waiting game. We're going to have to just wait until they go ahead and discharge it. But once they discharge it, Mohila is going to be the first ones to let me know, because they're the ones who are going to go ahead and send it back out there for them to discharge my loan. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, especially for those of you, these are kind of like nervous times because you don't know what's going to happen with the other forgiveness that they're doing, the TEPSLF. This one's strictly for those who have already hit their 120. I will give you a piece of advice. If you want to get any information out of them, I would try to call them during the week as early as possible. They open at 7. So if you don't want to be waiting in line, when I called today, they answered. Of course, you have to go through the whole process of press 1 for this, press 2 for that. What do you want to do? Once you get through all of that, and then you get to the waiting game. When I called early in the morning, I didn't wait. I had 0 wait time. As soon as it rang, somebody picked up the phone. So if you are trying to get information out of them, I would strongly suggest you try to call them within the first hour, hour and a half that they open. That way it kind of guarantees that you will wait as little time as possible to get somebody to help you out. Once again, this is a waiting game. I hope this has answered a couple of your questions in regards to PSLF. I'm experiencing this like you guys are for the first time. I was not expecting my loan forgiveness to take this long to take into effect. The only silver lining here is that if I was in the repayment process, you do have an option whenever you do submit your PSLF and it says, would you still want to make payments while we verify this information, or do you want to kind of like put it in deferment until they make a decision? So they do give you that option. So if you want to, you can actually select defer my payments, so that while it takes this 180, 220 days for them to finally decide whether your employment verification is done, then you won't really have to make payments during that time if you select the second option. So I hope this has helped. This has been The Smoking Beard. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.